Good Monday evening, Monday, March 27th, 2023. Welcome back to PreciseAlgorithmTrading.com. And I'll just go through the markets and then hit you with our automatic trading system results for the day. Markets were, I don't know, up a little bit today. The S&P 500 was up very little, up 6.54 or 0.16%. There was some good movement today, but it's almost a doji looking candle. Um, that's on the ES, the E-mini futures contract. What's it look like on the actual SPX? Yeah, actually, it looks like it looks a little bit more bearish actually. We do have a buy signal today on the SPX, on the daily True Momo indicator, and our last signal on the weekly is a buy signal, even though it's got red. Uh, you know, I wouldn't call it negative momentum, but it's not positive. So there's that. That's the SPX. This is the Dow. It was up 0.6% today. It was the strongest, which is interesting because I think, my uh, prognostication of a market turn, I think, is coming. They always do. It's just a matter of how and when. Can we get another sharp move down here? Sure, anything's possible, but the point and figure charts, uh, what are those things called? Bullish percent indexes. They seem to be firming up. And then we also got a nice move on the Dow transports today. Um, Even though it's pretty bearish looking, we got to get some positive momentum going on the True Momo chart. This red trail scan indicator has got to turn around, even though the weekly looks fine. It looks relatively bullish on the weekly. But we got a lot of headwinds that we need to get really, the thing needs to get out of its own way. And, that's possibly the banking thing and all that noise. We'll see what happens. So that was the S&P and the Dow and the transports. Let's look at the NASDAQ without looking at the futures contract. The NASDAQ actually pulled back a little bit. It pulled back a little bit today. It started higher and ended up with a bearish looking candlestick, even though it's really no news really on this thing. We got positive momentum on the True Momo indicator. We got positive momentum on the weekly. We got target dots going on the weekly over here. The green target dots are the ones that are most important. And we've got, it looks really like positive structure going on the daily chart. Possibly playing out for, I don't know, you could call this a spoon or a dish pattern. I don't know what the people that get into that really officially want to call it, but all right. So that was that. All the markets are up a little bit right now overnight. No big deal. USO was up 5% today, so that's neat because I'm in that. That's a unusual trade for me to be in. I really did it off of the bounce of the Bollinger Bands. That's not one that I necessarily would recommend unless you've done this for a long time. And at this point, I'm actually looking to either collect my profits. I'm really looking to hit all these resistance areas up here, and we'll see. We'll see what really overnight action brings. Overnight so far, it's not really moving anywhere. I expect it to pull back a little bit. And that's it for the regular markets, I think. Flip over to the bullish percent charts. This is stockcharts.com. We type in bullish, and we can look at the bullish percent indexes of all of these different sectors of the overall markets, and I'm just going to focus on a couple tonight. The New York Stock Exchange went up by 2.27%. It's in a column of O's. It's in a a point and figure sell signal, because the current column of O's has exceeded the previous column of O's to the downside. This is why I'm expecting it to really kind of turn around one of these days, because it's going to be in the face of everybody's bearish. Markets are counterintuitive. I've said that before on here. And like the industrials had already turned around, no movement today. The transports, they're already turned into column of X's and no movement today. The SPX has already been into a column of X's, and it got up by 1.23% today. The NASDAQ, it's only a little bit up by 0.24%. And then the ones that matter the most, or that are most volatile, here's the NDX. That's interesting. It's put in a new sell signal. So the NASDAQ 100, that's minus 1.89%. So that's going to pose some issues for the NASDAQ for the short term. And the OEX is the S&P 100. It's already in a column of X's and zero change today. So we got that going on, and then we go into our auto trading system, which is where you don't have to worry about any of that. You just turn it on and turn it off in the day. This is the Russell, which is small cap stocks. It's the Russell futures contract, and it looks terrible in this context, but if you put 6 months on a chart, it doesn't look as bad. I mean, I obviously want to get this equity back to where it was up over 70,000, and now it's up under 50,000. That'll happen. The NASDAQ, this is the quarterly contract of the NASDAQ. It was looking like that back here during that phase, and you can see it's taken off nicely from here. So this is what we want the other one to do, and start putting in new equity peaks. And you can see this little piece right there is what that looks like right there, and that actually can make a decent day. None of this matters in one day. It is all just like any trading. It's adding all your wins and losses together, and what you're trying to do is have an equity curve that ultimately goes up for the year, and this is 6 months worth. So this is what we do. Here's the Dow, and it is petered out here lately. It's interesting though that, I mean, we got this kind of action here this quarter so far, so I'm kind of expecting one of those, get a day like that here soon, and to get equity peaks coming and getting up past this old level back here. Yeah, that's it. So that's what we got. And if anybody's got any questions, you can drop us a line at precisealgorithmtrading at gmail.com. So take care, good trading, and have a good night, guys.